Marama of Marama. The aroha of this is home. The flavour of Kia Eats the World.
Just like Mum used to make.
And one app that just got better. Now all the whānau gets a profile, so you get more of what you're into. Now, pause over here, pick up over there. Update the app, sign in, and we'll handle the rest. All you need to decide
This is home.
is what to watch first. Download the new MāORI Plus app now.
This is an opportunity that we can't pass on.
E ngā mana, e ngā reo, rauranga tira mā tēnā koutou katoa nau piki mai, nau kake mai ki tēnei whiringa toa whakamutunga o tēnei whakataitai e ki ana ko te Super 8 First 15 Rugby Championship i mihi ana ki ngā kapa katoa ko whai wāhi mai nei ki tēnei whakataitai ara ko here taunga, ko Gisborne, ko Palmerston North Tauranga, Rotorua, New Plymouth, Napier, Kamutu ko Hamilton, e te iwi. Nau mai ki tēnei kani nui ara te taonga kei mui te aroro. Mo tēnei o ngā tukinga whakamutinga o tēnei o ngā rauna deo. He konga ngākau kua whai wāhi mai tāua ki te whakapāho atu. I tēnei tukinga nui whakaharahara tēnā wātu koe.
Tēnā koe e moi haumi kia koutou e te whānau. Moriori kia tātou. Wonderful to have you with us here today. Bit of an overcast day, but I tell you what, these two teams have really fought hard throughout the season to make their way through into the final. And the cream really has risen to the top. It's wonderful to have you with us today. And of course, it's a big, big day for these young players and their whānau and their school communities as well. We looked at the Hamilton Boys High School team. They've had 6 wins out of their 7, and of course Napier Boys High School with 5. So they certainly deserve their place in the final, and there'll be a lot of emotion running through these young men's bodies here today as we line it up. Welcome to Whakata Māori and our ongoing coverage for Super 8 First 15 Rugby 26. Hamilton Boys High School lining up against Napier, and a pleasure to be spending some time with you here this Saturday afternoon. Mihana kia koutou tēnā koutou katoa.
Ka tia ke kira koutou katoa. Welcome to what promises to be a magnificent Super 8 final e Wama. 2 proud rugby schools, 2 strong traditions, and 2 teams have earned the right to be here. Hamilton Boys High School taking on Napier Boys High School. The Waikato up against Te Mataua Māori. Hamilton against Ahuriri. We're going to have a look at some highlights that have showcased throughout the year e Wama.
Well, what we do know is that it's all built on the foundations, and the set play is so important. The boys in blue had a fine game here against Rotorua Boys High School, and they really controlled the ball nicely. They've got players right across the board worth keeping an eye on, and I've really liked the work of Will Lovett and Riley Wainger at the back, and of course up the front as well, Tom Morris and Harry Jones. You know, just touches of class throughout the season in 2026 for Napier Boys, fully deserving of their spot in the final. They've turned on some magnificent tries throughout the season.
A ka te ake e hoa mānau mai, hara mai ki tēnei whiringa toa o te Super 8. E rua ngā kura, ko eke ki tēnei taumata. E rua ngā tīma, ko eke ki tēnei whakataitai. Ko kirikiri roa, kia ahuriri. Welcome to the Super 8 final e hoa mā. Two schools with proud mana. Two strong teams who have reached the pinnacle of the competition. Hamilton up against Napier, Waikato up against the Hawke's Bay. I'm really excited for this clash.
Yeah, I tell you what, some of these tries, it's just a reminder as we go back over time, Moiho. And of course, let's have a look at their opponents here today. Well, what we do know is that Hamilton are just stacked full of talent, and Ben Ward has been a great contributor. These sliding tries, and the big number 8 as well, Isaiah Edwards. You know, he's been great throughout the season. Gee, they keep producing this talent year after year, and of course so many of them go on to representative honours, whether it's in the junior ranks or the Chiefs and development programs, or even further and beyond, as we've seen with some from Hamilton have made it all the way into the sevens. Now the Blues, as we see the flyer on the right hand side, this is Carson Hunter. Really nice matchups here between both these teams, but as we say, the set piece is going to be important here today. Plenty of wheels down that right edge as well. And what I do like is their willingness to give the ball some air at times and create opportunities, and some great camaraderie and whanaungatanga existing between these two teams. Obviously, Hamilton Boys High School, proud reputation. Let's have a look at some of the stats and lead up coming into today's game.
A ka te ake e hoa mā ko Hamilton Boys High School. I puta aihu I te rā o ngā rauna tua whā te kau, ngā kaute ki te rua te kau mā waru. Ka mutu ko Napier Boys I eke kia tauranga moana I te rauna tua toru. Kāti e te iwi. Koe nei te kani nui e hoa mā. This is the big dance, as they say, 43 points to 5 Hamilton, pumping Palmerston North. Napier Boys versus Hamilton back in round 4 once again was 40 to 28. As we've seen throughout the competition, Dale, it's really clinical in terms of the your set piece, field possession, territory.
There's the big trophy as well. So as I mentioned, an overcast day here today, but we're looking forward to the action as it unfolds for us here in the big final. Wonderful to share some time with you here on Whakata Māori, Ata Māori Te Whānau, and a warm welcome here this afternoon. Looking at some of the matchups, of course, as we welcome in the Kapahaka men as well, and there's going to be a little bit of cultural reference, of course, at the start of today's game.
Kāti ka tahuri ake tātou I nei ki ngā kōrero o ngā kaia ko Cam Morby, rāua ko Willie Chan tērā, kia tahuri atu tātou.
Kia ora, Willie. You guys have faced some quality opposition this year. You've had a great Super 8 campaign. How do you want to utilise your strengths today?
Kia ora tātou. Yeah, I guess for us it's just focusing on what got us here, which is our high tempo, our physicality, and really focusing on the work that they're putting in for each other out on the field. So yeah, those are the things we've really focused on this year, and that's what we want to try and bring into today's game.
Ka pai, and obviously you guys came from Mahuriri yesterday. How have preparations gone this week?
Yeah, really good. Good energy, lots of positivity, and it doesn't take much to lift for a game like today. It's not every opportunity you're in a final, so we know Hamilton will bring their A game today, and so will we, and I'm looking forward to a really awesome game of rugby.
Kia ora. Well, I know Ahuriri, you do them proud, so best of luck today.
Kia ora, bro. Thank you.
Kia ora, Morbs. Now, you guys have had a brilliant Super 8 rugby season so far, and you've made it all the way to the final. How do you want your boys to go into the game with that momentum?
Kia ora, Stefan. I think we've managed to build some momentum, which has been really pleasing. But obviously, it all it doesn't stand for a hell of a lot in a final. It's it's there for anyone to take. One hand each on the Super 8 trophy at the moment, and I think more so than anything, games like this are about playing the game and not necessarily playing the occasion. So I think just doing our best to manage young minds and control the game, hopefully in our favour.
And a very special moment for the school and for the boys, and they get to play at home today. We've had the band and the Kapaka Boys Te Mauria Footy Toy bring you guys out. Just a special moment to be able to play at home.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's probably, that probably stands above all else, is the fact that we managed to pull that momentum through the season to earn the right to host the game at home. It's incredibly special for all of these boys to be able to play in front of their whānau and lots of those people as well that probably wouldn't have been able to make the final otherwise if we were playing away. So to have all of our home fans here and lots of the whānau of the boys here to support them today counts for a lot.
Yeah, look, all the best for you and the boys, and hope you go well.
Awesome, Stefan. Thanks very much.
Yeah, one thing for sure is that the coaching staff and the way that they're able to work their teams throughout the season, it's a long season to make it through to the final. Obviously, it means a great deal to teammates, whānau and school friends, so wonderful to be back at Hamilton. We were here just a few years ago, to be honest, calling the action, so it's a great track and, of course, a proud tradition here at this kura. Great to share some time with you today. Thanks to our sponsors who you'll see referenced throughout the day. Let's have a look at the lineup here today. Blake Hooton is propping alongside Monty Waihape. Harry Jones, very, very clever too with his line-out work. Tom Morris and Brad Pearce with McLaughlin. It's been a pretty set scrum for the coach here, co-captaining at the back, and number 8 is Kata Pere. Harry Bain and Willie Lovett, they've had a great combination this year. Winchester and Worsnip, Paudi, Hanksy and Wainga, and a very talented bench as well, including Kaios Hewitt Hunga, and looking forward to when he gets his opportunity to Sorgero Ekida, obviously coached there by Willie Tran. That's the Napier Boys High School lineup. They fought hard to get in the final. They'll be looking to do well here this afternoon.
Ka whakawhiti atu te tiro e hoa mā ki te kapa o kirikiri roa ko te paumua matua. Ara ko Dion Fifita, ko Tana Hoa Haere, ko Mitchell Matangi, ko te Kai Tikape, ko Hammond, ana ko ngā pau whitiki, ko Malakai Hala, ko Caleb Puamau. Whakamutu atu ki te namawaru o te kapa ko Isaiah Edwards, Kai Kapene mo tēnei rangi ko te Kai Uringi, ka amutu o te waka ko Tom Foot, Kairo ko Carlos Norton Topatahi, Jackson Bothaway, ki ngā parirau e te iwi ko Liam, Taha Elliott, ki te parirau matau ko Carson Hunter, Furupeke, Haika, hiku o te kapa ko Ben Ward, kia tūpato e hoa mā kia Cullen, Parai, ka amutu ko Israel Marshall Moore, ki ngā pai hihiri e hoa mā ko Vili Waka, ko Masami Kawai, ko Nisian Broomhall, Ethan Hyatt, Mateo Coles, Patience, Tuapola, Cyrus Mark, and coached by Cam Morby as the boys are ready to come out to the big dance now. This is what it's all about.
Yeah, they're ready to rock and roll here today. Here's the trophy. And of course, the mana of being a Super 8 winner, of course, is something that all aim for at the start of the season. Only 2 teams can get to the final as we await the haka and the lead in this cultural dimension, which we've acknowledged right throughout the year. And we see the Napier Boys High School team coming on with their hoi, with their attitude, with their swagger. And this is an obviously important afternoon for them. They've travelled across here to the Waikato, and they know they're up against the home team. They're traditionally very good on their home track. But these guys have earned their right after a good performance last week, once again, to solidify their spot in the final. And really looking forward to this as we await the haka about to come in, Moeha.
Ana, he mea nui e hoa mā te haka ki te tuakiri o te kura. The Hamilton haka isn't simply about intimidation. It's more so about identity as we see te kāhui wero. Ana, e puta maina ki tēnei o ngā whira ka tahuri ake tātou I nāni. Ki te whakatau. Akati e ngā mana, e ngā reo rauranga tira mā, nau mai. Nau mai ki tēnei whiringa toa whakamutunga o te Super 8 e hoa mā e mihi kawana ki a koutou. E tū hono mai nei ki tēnei whakapāhotanga māua ko te o husband. E mihi kawatu ana ki a koutou e hono mai nei ko ahuriri tērā. E poraka pruana, pahurangi ana. Ia kirikiri roa. Nō rātou te papatākaro, nō rātou te whenua I tēnei tukinga nui whakaharahara. E hoa mā, this is the grand final of the Super 8 competition. Big mihi to all those that are supporting us. And it's a pleasure to bring you coverage once again on Whakata Māori.
Yeah, big ups to all the teams who've been involved in the tournament as well throughout 2026. We're about to get underway with the haka as the potai are laid on the ground. This is a wonderful tradition in First 15 rugby across our country as the two teams respectfully eyeball each other and await this haka to get us underway here.
Akati, that's what it's all about, e hoa mā, ko takoto te mānuka, māwai, e hiki, I te rā o ngā mānuka, ko wai ka hua, ko wai ka tohu. What a powerful statement from both teams, Dale.
Yeah, it always is. How they get close to each other, of course, laying down the whittle. But this is just heightening their emotions, and I just think it's such a wonderful part of our First 15 rugby culture. And for many of these guys, non-Māori, you see an opportunity for them to get involved in a haka. It might not come their way too many times in life, but while they're in the school community, the pride of the school haka is always available to all. Look at this fella staring it down, and it's a great start to these games. And you saw a hand slide out there for a handshake. Great to have you with us here as the teams go into their huddles. Plenty to play for, obviously, And the start is going to be so important. Good to share the space with you here this afternoon on Whakaata Māori and all the associated socials. And of course, a big role as well for our referee in charge of the action here today. That's Tim Olive. He'll be the man with the whistle and ultimately the man in control of the action. Kia ora te whānau, thanks to Whakaata Māori, thanks to Māori Plus, and of course all of our sponsors who've helped to bring the action to you. And again, acknowledging all the teams from Hastings through Gisborne and Palmerston, North Tauranga, Rotorua and New Plymouth, not here this afternoon, but certainly have made this an exciting competition in 2026. So it will be Napier playing from left to right from our broadcast position here at Hamilton Boys, as we just await the hooter from Tim Olive to get us underway. There's the whistle. We're in the final for 2026 of Super 8 Rugby. Napier playing left to right, and not surprisingly taken there by Hamilton and immediately kick downfield, finding touch just 10 metres before the halfway line there end of the field. So it will be Napier the first opportunity for the throw-in. Harry Jones, big responsibility for him here. And the line-out works obviously going to be one of the platforms needing to be established to get things underway. Good climb as well. Brad Pearce, well, once again, now this is a potent run to get the attack underway for Napier first up. They'll work it wide. They've got plenty of talent. Riley Wainga chiming in immediately. Davis Hansey, we've seen do some really fine work down the right edge. He lays it back, and the forwards are over there quickly. There's the 22-metre line, so this is good meterage being gained here by Napier Boys. That's from Ahuriri, as we refer to them in the sky blue, still in control of the football, grinding their way forward inch by inch at the moment. They've got an opportunity down the right-hand side, and they sense that as the forwards come across and really corral the football, offering some support. Big defensive effort needed here from Hamilton, this time giving it some latitude into centre field, and what a decent hit that was from the big number one. Dion Fafita really jolted the attack, but Napier continue with the run and almost a flick pass. 5 out from the line here. This is wonderful start as Napier asking a few questions immediately of their opponents. But that shunting effort on defence from Dion Fafita, if that served as an inspiration, I'd be not surprised at all. Great to see you having an effort like that, but the ball ultimately slides out the side and it will be a penalty. Well, they maintained pressure, Napier Boys, but of course fighting to control the football, Hamilton Boys, and that's why they're in the final. Good start to the game.
Ana mātāmua ko te whanaungatanga e hoa mātāmuri ko te whakataitai. Nau mai e te iwi ki tēnei whiringa toa whakamutunga. Ko ahuriri tērā. Kia waikato he piko he taniwha. He piko he taniwha ahuriri. First opportunities. Unlucky to go close there, Dale.
Well, they got close, but I guess unlucky to get across the line, but that was because of the concerted defensive effort. First throw in here, Hunter Hammond with the football. And it's Hamilton looking to control it. Big climb and nicely taken. Working his way, Carlos Nordstrom is in jersey number 9. He replaced Miller Sturm late, Nordstrom, and replaced on the bench by Mateo Coles. Knock on just here, and there's the crowd on the side. They're there with their video cameras. And we'll have the scrum to be set just a couple of metres Ahuriri side of the halfway line. Referee Tim Olive is directing the action here this afternoon. The opportunities for some of these young guys to branch out into other aspects of football. Also, it really helps to develop character with their academic studies, character with the money they might follow on to off the back of school. But this schoolboy rugby is a real celebration here this afternoon. Napier in possession, worked across from Lovett, right and quickly through Wainga. Down the left edge comes Winchester. He's sort of lost control of the football here, though, Riley Winchester. And in the end, it'll be in possession here for Hamilton Boys. Not much wind to talk about here this afternoon, Moiho.
Perfect condition, Dale, for the grand final Super 8 competition. Running at the same time as the CNI. Big mihi to all the schools that have participated this year. As the Leavers are here to celebrate their boys from 2022.
Yeah, good on all those old boys who've come along. Of course, it started back in 1997, the Super 8 competition, but it's been a really wonderful event and platform to launch some exciting sporting careers. So Hamilton boys have to have the ball, and it's just gone a little behind Marshall Moore. And here's a chance too for Ahuriri. They'll want to capitalise here. Good field position. The ball in hand is Harry Bain. Let's have another look there. Just went a little behind Israel.
Our early jitters, Dale. Anxious, just trying to familiarise themselves with the ball as the kids are out here supporting their tuakana.
Yeah, that looked good too, didn't it? The youngsters out, building their love of the code from early days. That's Harry Bain on the far side of the scrum. Taking it to back and then flicked up nicely to Harry Bain through the hands of MΑORI. Now it's into Riley Wainga. Was tempted to do the flick pass across to Hansey, but keeps it with him. Now Bain, the big number 8, comes rolling in. Carter Perry. Again, Ahuriri. Well, they're on enemy territory, but they're certainly throwing it all at the Hamilton boys defenders, and they're needing to be strong. Holding their ground at the moment. That'll please Coach Cam Morby. But the pressure is still on as we get close to the line. In possession, Napier Boys.
Ko waika mohio ko Ahuriri e werohia ana I te rarangi wawao. Ko ngā paumua I tēnei wā, Dale. Kei waingapu I te whira I tēnei wā, kei te pēhea, te pakari o te rarangi wawao, te rarangi ārai a kirikiri roa. Ko Ahuriri tēnei. Kei te taha poto, ko wai kei reira ko Ahuriri kua wāwahi I te awa.
Well, that was just a wonderful try after good lead-up work as well. A little mistake, and that's all it takes here, and to score the first try. This is Sakaraya Baudi. Let's see how the ball winds its way to the left-hand side. He's looking for the runner flying through. And that's a good try for Napier. You know, some sustained effort, and the young fellow would be very pleased with his try getting across the line. 5-0 Napier. Try scored just a few metres in from touch on the far side of the field.
World champions, Dale. World champions. Hamilton up against Ahuriri. 1-2 here in the Whiringa Toa Whakamutunga.
We'll love it. This one will just slide to the left-hand side of the post, but a good start here after some sustained pressure and good lead-up work. So they've really come to town, knowing what they have to do. So get another look at the try.
Ana pero tuatahi kia Ahuriri e Wama. Welcome e te iwi to the Super 8 final. What a stage here we have today. Ko kirikiri roa. Kia Ahuriri. 5 points to the Napier boys.
Yeah, good try out to the left-hand side of the post. And well deserving as well. Early in the game. 8 gone, 5-0 is the response. He's the big man with the ball. That's Dion Fafita. Hamilton. Don't want to strike straight back here, boy. So they go driving down right up the guts of the field. Whipping it across to the right-hand side at the moment, into the hands of Tom Foote. He's been good through 26. They've got the short side efforts as well. Holding the ball, little flick on there from Cullen Pare. That's back and over the top. This is Malachi Halla. Takes the ball to the 22, Halla. Leads it up, Jackson Butherway. Here he is again, Fafita, with that familiar shunt and roll, pick and go here, right in front of the posts. Great opportunity here for Hamilton to bounce back immediately. 9 minutes gone, 1 try conceded. Wanting to score one themselves too. This is Hammond who has the ball and carts it a couple of extra metres. Slowly get across some of the forwards through the hands of Butherway. That's a beautiful handle as well in front of the sticks, 10 metres out from the try line. And another opportunity here for Hamilton. Sustained pressure. And referee Tim Olive will award the penalty.
Yeah, pretty impressive, the ability to scoop up the ball out of the shoelaces. Hamilton, but under the pump at the moment. Obviously not expecting Ahuriri to come out like that, getting the first pedal. I tēnei whiringa toa whakamutunga as Altaina on the sideline. Future tuakana o te kapa o Kirikiriroa I roto I ngā tau. Kāti, e hoa mā, mihi ana kia koutou, e mā taki maina as we have another look.
Yeah, that was
good.
good.
The pickup.
Yeah, it was a fine pickup. So the line out on the far side of the field. Still with Hamilton. In they come as the boys roll it towards the line. Is Dion Fafita. He'll run as a block. Butherway. Then big defence. Coming up on the 12, Marshall Moore. You'd have to think that they're fancying their chances here. And it's the yellow card. Well, some frustration for referee Tim Olive. That's going to make life a little difficult.
Ko ai te hunga, te nana kia rānei, kua panaia.
By the way, kicks into touch. Is the line out, thanks to our sponsors, including Nativa, as you see in the background of our shot there. Referee taking it right back as well, Tim Olive. Good chance, Hamilton. This one going right to the back of the line out. It's all on. Way you go, says Olive. It's waiting for delivery. Short side run. Dives to the line and a penal on the far side of the field. Good work. I think it's by the way. Let's have another look as well. A little bit of a skirmish post try. The testosterone is running hot here at the moment. Bit of pushing and shoving.
Ana he kaiparawa, he maramara keke.
Yeah, nothing really untoward there. Just a bit of frustration building up. We get another look at the try though. You almost sensed that it was coming. The Hamilton boys squad. This is your 10 here. This is earlier play.
Coming back to the yellow card.
So, by the way, I'll have the shot from the other side of the field. 5 apiece after 12.
Really looking forward to the matchup between Dion Fafita and Blake Hootendale. Hunter Hammond in that Kai Tikape versus Harry Jones. Mitchell Matangi as well as Monty Waihape. Kicking duties today for Jackson Botherway.
Jackson's good off the tee. Let's have a look how he rides this one. Coming around, in fact, that'll slide off to the left as well. So both unconverted, both these tries, but we're locked up after 12 minutes of play here.
Models this game on Ruben Love. That's Botherway.
Yeah, he's had a great season, Jackson Botherway. Both as the distributor. He's a thinking 10, and of course has the added bonus of a fine kicking game, and also pretty good off the tee as well. Now both coaches, both captains, apologies, are being spoken to here, and I think that's appropriate. You know, we know that these teams have fought hard to get into the final, but we want open running rugby and not the pushing and shoving that was post-try here. Here are our sponsors, thanks to Anchor and Apollo, Nativa, Bailey's and Caltex, and of course, Whakaata MāORI. And anchoring all of this coverage of rangatahi sport is a push to get us all involved and staying involved in sport through the course of our lives. 5 apiece as we restart. And 12 gone here in the final. Kick downfield, not surprising. That's a big punt as well, big meter eater across into the hands of Will Lovett. He in turn sends it along the ground. A bit of a kicking duel. No surprise here as it's Botherway who sends it skyward. taking it to back. Perhaps we'll see another one as well. We will, but this time it's along the ground. Kick to touch on the far side of the field, trying to get the angle right. And indeed, the angle is el perfecto. And it's into touch. And good meterage gained here for the home team as they make their way across for a line out.
Ana Kati, it's a pleasure to bring you coverage e hoa mā. Ki runga i a whakata Māori o tira. Ki a mātou whārangi tiriata pai tukutuku. Ka mutu koutou e hono mai nei. There's been over 3.8 million viewers in the past 12 months, Dale. Content that delivers to our whānau raising tamariki in te reo Māori. Rumaki reo spaces. It's been a privilege once again to bring you Hākina Kina from our rangatahi partnership with New Zealand Collective. No mai e wama, 5 apiece here in the grand final of the Super 8 competition. There's more than 150 kura across Aotearoa that have supported this kaupapa.
Yeah, pai. Well, we're making to them all as well in Moiho. Here's the throw-in on the far side of the field. Control, yes. Nicely taken in here. Sky Blue in possession. They want to get hold of the meters as they push their way forward. Here come the support players, whipping it out into the hands of Lovett. He'll keep it hot and wide. This time, Hansey gets hold of the football, puts the fend on as well. Hansey, he's doing the 22. Needs support, it's forthcoming. Calling for it is Harry Bain at the back. He wants the football delivered up nice and clean. Just inching their way forward at the moment. Like a police officer on a corner at the moment, directing the traffic. The big number 3, Monty Waihape, has had a great season. But this time it's out to the left hand as we see a lovely step from Pauli. The defence as well from Hamilton Boys, solid as. This is Waihape. He tries to push his way forward. Look at him go. Waihape to ground now. Just 12 metres out from the line. They'll continue on the run. Sensing a gap there and stepping back onto the inside is Kinnear. They'll turn it back. Napier with the football. Grinding to the right-hand side. Pushing up is Jones. Here's a great chance for the boys in Sky Blue. Whipping the ball across. Lovely ball to Hansey. He reaches out for the try line. And the referee has a decent look at it. I'm pretty sure it was young Hansey. In fact, maybe not. Let's have another look when we get the replay. But the decision to whip the ball out to the right-hand side was the right one as well. After some fabulous lead-up work here from Ahuriri.
Well, kei runga tonu te kai tākoro nei I tana tuara, kāre ona ringa I tau ki te papa. Ko ia I hua mai ai, a ko te piro tuarua mo te kapa o Ahuriri. Ko wai ka mōhio ka pēnei te pakari, a o te kapa o Ahuriri. Up against some world-class opposition.
So it's by the way scored for Hamilton. That certainly was Hansey as we look for the extras here from Lovett.
Huge representative pedigree, Lovett. 3 years in the first 15, had opportunities with the Hurricanes. He roto I ngā tau. Favourite kai tākaro are Bowden Barrett and Ruben Love as we have another look at the short side raid.
Yeah, Hansey's been good all year. And, you know, he had a bit of work to do there as well. Converted, so Napier kicking out to a 12-5 lead. But what we have seen from Hamilton's, they want to strike straight back. Let's see what happens with them. They've got hold of the football. They come around the outside here. And then linking up through the middle. The big men get themselves involved. Still alive. That's been bobbled a little. Referee Tim Olive lets it go into the hands of Fafita. He will do but one thing. Straight ahead for him. Working there for Carlos Nordstrom, who turns it onto the right-hand side, and they follow through. Lovely little dummy. And the flick pass has gone to ground. Play on, though, in Napier's hands, and eventually back it comes to Riley Weiner. Sends it careering downfield towards touch, and then just at the final moment bounces back into the field of play. Lovely little dummy this time from Liam DeHart. Elliott, who has the football. Now he'll step into the tackle. He's wrapped up by Bain. Gets it back into the hands of Panai. Good play here from Hamilton Boys. Parai delivers up for Tahar Elliott once again, and on to Fafita, who grinds his way forward. Yet again, what a solid start to the game Fafita is enjoying. Through the middle they come this time, and closing the door on them, the Sky Blue defenders, this time angling back. Good little period of play here for Hamilton Boys. The Kitty Roar machine starting to come to play. This one's gone down through the hands of Parai, scrambling for it and eventually receiving the penalty to get them some reward for their strong defensive effort. Napier Boys High School with the football.
E hoa mā me mihi ka tika ki te taenga mai o ahuriri I tēnei tukinga whakamutunga. O tēnei whakataetai e kiana ko te Super 8 e hoa mā ko wai ka moio. Ka pēnei te kounga, te pakari rānei o te kapa o ahuriri. Wa whakaeke mai nei ki runga I te papatūtū waiwai. Really excited for the battle between Botherway and Lovett. One of the most influential matchups between the two first fives.
Yeah, very much so. They've got mature heads, haven't they? They might be young guys, but they're good students of the game. And so their kicking game, when to pass, when to run, this is all important decision-making, percentage plays at the right time. This man's had a bit of an impact of late too. Cullen Parai, here's the throw-in. Jones from the far side of the field. Nice pull in there from Oliver McLaughlin. On the gas comes Woolsnop with a piercing run, pushing him into the defensive line. Napier in possession, willing to give it some cutout. Hansey again with the football, he's been good. Davis Hansey, his combination here with Riley Wainga, exceptional, putting a lot of pressure on at the back for Benny Ward. And also for Tahar Elliott, who's the left edge wing for the hosts. So Napier still with the football and asking a few more questions. This time they go low through Monty Waihepe. Jones gets into the mix. Blake Houghton, everyone's involved here. Still in control of the football. Whipped away by Bain. Now the chip over the top. Everyone's climbing for it, but it's taken brilliantly and then popped back. But the referee will bring us back for an indiscretion. And it will be Napier who will maintain possession and an opportunity from close to the line.
He oi anō e hoa mā, kua rua te community I tēnei wahanga tuatahi o te whakataetai nei. Me te aha, tori te kau mā 5 miniti te roanga ake o ngā hawhe e hoa mā. I wasn't expecting Napier to come out this strong, up 12 points to 5. Pretty impressive in the first 20.
Absolutely. Well, here they are now with a great opportunity, and it's Jones who'll get the throw-in. Good climb. Close to the line. Here's their big chance. Napier to go back to back. That's popped out of the right, straight out of the maul, and it's gone to ground, but they'll get another chance.
E paku maka whakamua, hei tā te kaiwawa e mea ana. Knock on. Kua hoki mai te namawha o te kapa o ahuriri. Ko Tom Morris tērā, kua eke mai I te whira. 15 plays 15 at the moment. 15 minutes ago. Napier, been impressive in this first stanza.
Absolutely. Still, as you say, there is a long way to go, but the intensity of the final is befitting the occasion. And so it's Napier defend the scrum, 5 metres out from the try line. As you can see, the crowd on heightened alert, supporting the home team.
Strong scrum Dale.
Then stepping back into the inside, the forwards wrap around to come and offer some support up the middle. Here come the big men, just providing the impetus that they need. They're close to the line here. Napier with a big chance. Where's that football? Where are the players? Everyone is scrambling at the moment. Referee's got them right in there. Tim Olive. Great defence. The big number 5 puts on a tackle. Caleb Puamo. This time. So close to the line. Still with it. Napier and trying to grind referee Tim Olive. He's almost on the ground trying to keep an eye on what's going on. And in the end, the defensive effort here from Hamilton Boys and the referee offers some relief to them as well.
Ana roro hipi tērā teo. Kāre ia I whakawātea I ona ringa. Kia puta mai ai ko te paoro
I'll be breathing a sigh of relief,
Nā
absolutely.
kua ora noa, kiri roa.
Absolutely, they were right under the pump, weren't they? And the boys from Napier are a bit disappointed with the call from Olive, but, you know, the referee's decision is just that. We'll get another look in there. That's off to the referees, in fact, right across the season. We've seen some young referees just getting an opportunity to get blooded in as we come to the throw-in on the far side of the field. 2 tries to 1, 12-5, scoreline 23 gone, Super 8 final 26. Coming at you live on Whakaata Māori from Hamilton. As for Fafita again.
Chop now.
I love the way he runs, and you know, he's got a different physique, yes, but he makes the most of it as well. And obviously his teammates love playing with him as the ball is kicked down. Back to fullback.
Go Riley.
To the hands here, and another huge punt to the far side of the field and to touch on the full. So a great opportunity and a good game meters-wise here for Hamilton boys. They're right on the halfway line.
Ana ko te wā tuatahi pia kua puta a kiri ro I tā rātau hawhe. A mo te ronga atu o tēnei wehenga tuatahi. Ko tuhu mai ai ko ahuriri ki roto I tēnei wāhi mō rea. E mihi kā tika ki te pakari o te kapa.
Yes, well, these two teams are really fighting it out. There's no doubt about that. As here we come again. Hamilton on the boil. Boom, they go straight up through the middle over the halfway line. And they set in the stage two as they roll on the momentum as well. Runners left and right, working at the right-hand side. This time into the hands of Big Puamo. Gets the ball away to his prop forward. He keeps the roll on. Hamilton coming. Here's Fafita again, featuring prominently. Pick and go. Kitty Law starting to hit stride as the ball's coming across now, and they work their way into the centres. This is a great move and opportunity here for Hamilton. Gotta love the way that they're rolling at the moment. E Moiho kore on way.
Yeah, ko hanga ohorere te kapa nei. Really excited for the efforts of ngā paumua, a Fafita, a Matangi.
Yeah, you're feeling that there's something on the brew here as Jackson Botherway steps into the traffic again, but he goes in a good direction, setting the stage. Short side run, ball's gone to ground. And they'll be called back here as well, continuing the momentum.
Well, we've already had a yellow card in the early stages of the game, Dale. Referee, Mr. Tim Olive.
Another one.
Pulls another one out.
Another yellow card in the final. This is to pay some dividends. That brings on the Hooter boys. They're pretty happy about that as well. Whakaata Māori celebrating our young people in the best possible way, showcasing their sport and showcasing their love of being part of a school community. The kick onto the far side is from Botherway. Continues to stand out. Let's have another look. That's him dancing. Skipping up through the middle.
We'll have another look as to how the card was conceded.
Important throw in here for Hunter Hammond. And it's a short one as well. That brings into play Tom Foote. Gets hold of the football, but not satisfied. Referee will call it back, and now possession to Napier.
Oh, well, this is what it's all about, Dale. Super 8 final here.
Yeah, it was always going to be intense with these two teams, bearing in mind the form that they came in with. You know, the collisions, securing those set pieces, building up momentum. This is really what it's all about. And, you know, the need to stay composed and stay committed when they're under adversity. There's some of our young supporters here. Another look. You can see some blue afro wigs on show as well. They've come across from Napier, no doubt. Hats off to Hastings, also involved from that part of the world in this prestigious Super 8 rugby competition. Nice take once again. Puamo continues to impress. By the way, flicks it out. They've got runners chiming in this time. Ben Ward around the outside he goes. This is Ward now with the football. Ward will be looking forward to Hart Elliott. comes in to support Parai, and now back to Nordstrom.
A kua Waimari e a kirikiri roa. He pōhehe no e tehi he taka whakamua tērā.
Nice run on the far side of the field. As you can see, though, just little mistakes and errors creeping into both teams' games. Some standout performances too, both on attack and defence. Almost a hurdling job there for Puamo on the far side. Let's have a look at the time. 28 minutes gone here in the first half. Always tight. 2 tries. By the way, Hansey and Napier coming in with those 2 tries as well.
Welcome once again e hoa mā ki tēnei whiringa toa whakamutunga o te Super 8 whakataetai ko kirikiri roa ki ahurari big mihi to all those that are involved to help showcase our rangatahi.
Kick downfield, centre field, sorry to interrupt there. Moiho taking it to back by Ward. He'll turn it across to the right-hand side. Another big kick. Downfield, sensible, taken cleanly. Whipped it across, back into the inside. Back to Wainga. He again puts the ball downfield. This time it's a tough one to take for Liam DeHart Elliott. We'll send it back to the middle. A bit of a kicking duel going on at present. You never know what to expect. You can have different types of tactics, as this time the ball is jarred loose as well, and Hamilton have it. Scrambling defence. The big men have been very good. The big one-handed carry as well. This is creating an opportunity down the left edge. Beautiful and silky run this time from Parai. Nordstrom. Love the big man injecting himself into the run. Hamilton and playing with a level of confidence too that hopefully will pay dividends for them. This time a little knock-on though. Well, they had all the momentum, and those who've come across from Napier will be celebrating at the moment, Tom Morris in particular. But the injections here from Caleb Puamo has just been really impressive today. Really punches into the line, Caleb. And a willingness to give the ball some air there. And just really, I guess, innocuous situation and a fumbled pass, but they can happen. Lots to enjoy about the attitude on show here this afternoon as we come into the last 5 minutes of our first half action here in the final. A little bit of a breather. Payne on the far side of the scrum. Nordstrom also talking to his forward pack. Payne gets the ball across the ground, angled towards touch. Scoops up, bounces into touch here on the broadcast side of our field at Hamilton Boys High School.
Ana he mahi māhunga tērā teo. Kia kaupare atu ko ngā awenga. Ki enei o ngā miniti whakamutunga o te wāhanga tuatahi. Ahuriri, ko whakaeke nei ki runga i tēnei o ngā papatūtū waiwai i tēnei whiringa toa whakamutunga.
Hammond with the throw-in, tight. Little short pass, it's been effective. Beautiful little run through the gap. Making the tackle is Harry Bain. Offload nicely. DeHart Elliott gets him set as Nordstrom feeds it across to Botherway. A scooping pass, which is right on accurate. Again, Cullen Parai getting himself involved on the far side of the field. They continue to maintain this momentum. Out to Isaiah Edwards, who charges forward. He too barrels players as he rolls his way upfield into the hands of Hala. Big Malachi. Powerful run from Malachi. Just to the left-hand side of the post. It's really promising here for the home team. Need to keep their heads right in front of the posts. Be a great pre-halftime try, if they're able to secure it, is Dion Fafita. Again, does what he does best. Back to Huller, he picks and goes Malakai again. Fafita, this time to Matangi. He grinds his way forward, back to Fafita, and again, angles his way towards the posts. This is promising. Is it going to pay dividends, though? That's the question here, close to the line and picking and going this time. Repelled at the last moment. Napier under a ton of pressure here as Fafita gets hold of the ball. Does he ever go towards the line and ultimately not able to get there? Might have been Malakai. Let's have a look. That was Fafita who went in.
Ka hoki mai te referee ki te wāhi I hāmenehia ai e ahuriri tūhapa ana offside. Are we going to go to the halftime break at 12 apiece?
I don't think so. At the moment, I feel, Moiho, that this Hamilton Boys High School squad have got what is needed, but then a mistake. And after all of that hard lead-up work from Huller and Matangi and Fafita, all the big men having a go, Napier Boys High School survive.
Oh, what a first half of rugby, Dale. The difference between these two sides is incredibly small as we see another strong carry. Hamilton starting to break through the defence. Resilient is the effort of Ahuriri on their own defence line, their try line. 7 points of difference here with under a minute to go. Hoki mai, te tama I hāmenehia. We're back to 15 on.
15. Here we go. Interesting conclusion. There's the throw-in. And it's taken here from Napier Boys. They'll be wanting to fight hard to get to the break and maintain their lead. As the ball comes back, they'll get it on to toe. Kicking the touch on the far side of the field. 2 tries to 1, and the visitors to Kirikiriroa are in front at the break by 12-5. Really entertaining and hard-fought, contested final thus far. But there's a long way to go. Beautiful to have you with us here this Saturday afternoon. And thanks to all of our connections here on Whakaata Māori. Half-time in the final of Super 826 is Napier Boys High School, who lead Hamilton Boys 12 points to 5. Good to have you with us here as we get a look at some of the highlights of that first half action.
It's a big year. It's election year. So many people, whānau, communities, iwi, feeling overwhelmed.
Worried about the future. Ka ahu tātou ki whea.
The world we're living in is changing so fast.
And who or what is driving it? Ko wai ka toka tū Moana.
The new season of award-winning current affairs. Te ao with Moana. Mane ki Māori Plus me Whakaata Māori.
Funding is a real challenge. We know that a lot of schools face that ongoing, and the reality is if you go to a lower decile school in New Zealand, you are less likely to be able to afford to participate in sport.
Obviously, having come through it myself with kids and being one of those kids myself who played sport, I know how much it defined who I was. And now being able to go, I can't fix it all, but we can help and try and give to those people who are going through tough times. It's a real privilege, but you know, for us, we want to see others get involved with it. This is not a selfish thing for Apollo. This is about how can we get, whether it's construction or other businesses, to get involved in this.
There's a lot of things that kids miss out on, and so to have businesses step up and want to be involved and to help is a game changer for schools. It really is.
What makes Bailey's altogether better? It's the energy we bring to every home, every commercial property, every investment, every development, and every farm. Because when the energy is right, you can feel it. Bailey's, altogether better.
Sport is about more than just the game. It's about going from teammates to best mates. It's the high fives and helping hands. It's learning when to back yourself or back your buddies. It's actually being excited to get out of bed early on a Saturday. Sport is about more than just the game. That's why Caltex is proud to help fuel school sports.
The forest should never have been taken off this steep hill country that's eroding, and it makes absolute sense to afforest those hills. What we're doing here is using the exotics to help that process get established. We're looking at a managed transition process where those pines are progressively thinned as the native understory establishes. We're trying to do several things here. Soak up carbon, establish native forest, and we're trying to improve biodiversity. You're achieving an awful lot with one program of activity.
E te atua ka wharawa e nā mātua tukuna, kia whakarongo mai koutou ki au. E pō raru nei, e pō kai kaha nei, kua mai a koutou mana ki tanga e. Marama.
Premieres 12th of August, ki MāORI Plus.
Hoki mai e hoa mā ki te whiringa toa whakamutunga. I wānganui i a ahuriri me kirikiri roa. Kua puta a ihu a ahuriri I te wāhanga tuatahi. E hoa mā, we're back, we're underway in the Super 8 final and Napier Boys lead Hamilton High 12 points to 5. He kemu nui whakaharahara deo. Napier have taken that 12-5 advantage. As Matua Tim blows his whistle, indicating the second half is underway in this grand final of the Super 8 competition.
And it's Napier running this time right to left. There's been some really good play from both teams here. And it befits a final as well. Down the left edge and then a kick, finding field position. The bounce important here. The chasers right on it at the moment and covering up at the back. Hamilton with it. They kick downfield. And the bounce here, important. There's been a lot of these challenges as Napier get hold of the ball. Coming around to help out Monty Waihape. He's been solid today, the prop forward. A little unsure of direction at the moment, getting it to the back and kicking to the far side of the field where it's taken nicely down that left edge here. Botherway, again, impressive, good field position, good nous. Sensing where he needs to be at the right time. Hamilton in possession. Once again, Dion Fafita, one of the most impressive there in the first half as well. He shunts his way forward yet again as the ball into the hands of the talented number 5, Puamo. He makes a solid contribution as well, Puamo. Here he comes again, Dion Fafita. Look at him run. Oh, yeah, the crowd like it when Dion Fafita offloads here to Malakai Hala. He goes towards the line, Hala. Hala's just a metre away from the try line. Great opportunity for the hosts. And this time surviving.
Very impressed with that 1-2 punch, Dale. Puamo to Fafita. Hamilton coming out, guns blazing here in the second half.
Very much so. Here's Fafita in full flight too.
Get off me.
Well, in the end, the tackle was solid, and Malakai Hala, I thought he was going to go all the way, Hala.
Good, well, perfect. Let's go.
Akati, Ahuriri once again. Goal line defence is immaculate here in the grand final. We have another look at the break as Fafita barnstorms his way up the midfield.
Yeah, but hats off to Charlie Worsnop as well. You know, he was isolated, but still managed to get Fafita to ground. And ultimately, Ahuriri, they survived the raid. But the ones to check out here at the moment the big two locks, Caleb Puamo and, of course, Malakai Hala. Once again, with possession, here's Hamilton Boys High School. This is another great opportunity for them. They started the second half with a hiss and a roar. The boys from Kirikiri roar. This time it's Mitchell Matangi. He too is bold in his work. Back it comes into the hands of Puamo, unsure. Takes a little diver. He's got beautiful hands and then a lovely offload out to Cullen Parai on the far side of the field. He's bundled into touch though. But gee, he's been terrific, Puamo, right throughout the occasion here in the final.
Hea tā te kaiwawao, he maka whakamua, ka te tiro ake anō tātou. A ki te ekenga, a kirikiri roa. As you mentioned, Dale, Caleb Puamo, holding the pill in one hand.
Yeah, that's his style, isn't it? He loves it. Well, he's a big man. And of course, he's wearing his mouthpiece for all, should be worn in his ear. I don't think he's put it back into his mouth as well, big Caleb. Kicking to the far side of the field. The crowd enjoying the action and the spectacle here this afternoon. I hope you are at home too. Thanks again to all of the sponsors who make this a reality, covering Super 8 rugby. The second half questioned, what needs to change? First 15 rugby celebration right throughout 2026 here with the CNI and Super 8 action. Hamilton Boys High School, such a strong pedigree, such a reputation, and of course the battles that they have with Rotorua and other teams in the CNI, Tauranga Moana. I mean, they're classics and ongoing, just as the rivalry between these two finalists is well established. Respect for each school's first 15 culture is also very evident here this afternoon. As the scrum packs down on the far side of the field, it's the 15, Riley Wainga. He too has injected himself in well throughout the course of the game. Scrum feed on the far side, Nordstrom with the ball, taking it the back. Now looking for some action as Marshall Moore gets hold of the ball. He's got runners there, gets it into Botherway. Botherway now for Ward. Ward has the football, was thinking of going across to Carson Hunter, who comes in to back him up now. Taking it the back, Nordstrom again onto Edwards. Edwards pops the pass up for Hulla. Hulla's on the 22. This is good sustained attack. But indeed, the defence as well. And the purposeful defence and attitude on show here from Napier result in the referee giving them an opportunity with ball in hand. Here's the kick.
There's been multiple instances of Napier just showing resilience, goal line defence, attitude in the crucial moments. As you'll see another example of to where the turnover was conceded. Referee Matua Tim doing a good job out there this afternoon.
There's the throw in with Jones. Accuracy important. It's taken here from Napier. Then they decide, we'll play it down the other end of the field. Holding. Ultimately taking the mark as well. So just a little bit of a pause and a breather here at the back. 12-5 scoreline, 41 gone. And they decide to get the ball and whip it across field immediately. Stepping back into the traffic. Little turn, and that's Liam Dahar. Elliott has the football. Pressure on for the boys in sky blue. They're putting it on as well.
Pressure on.
They haven't had a lot of possession. Their commitment to their defensive work has been super impressive. And Willie Tran, the coach, would have to be pleased with the way that they're tracking at the moment. Again, scrambling with the kick downfield. This one will be taken at the back. In fact, the Luge will come all the way back, though. And offside. And the referee will give another opportunity here for Hamilton. It's the final. It's the big dance, as they call it. And you're watching it here on Whakata Māori, celebrating our rangatahi and their wonderful love of sporting endeavour. And, of course, this wonderful first 15. Big ups to Napier and all the second 15 who came up to Tautoko, as well as the kick across to our broadcast side here in Hamilton. And the ball is out. Another great attacking opportunity from about 30 metres out from the try line.
Last week, Hamilton getting up over Hastings, 51.28. Napier also coming off a close W up against Te Papa i o ea.
That was a good game too last week. Here we are, Moi Hope. There's the throw-in from Hunter Hammond. Beautiful carry here from Isaiah Edwards. Big one-handed carry too from the back rower. The big number 8 provides plenty of starch, and it comes for Hammond, who has a go forward with a bit of venom. He'll get it into the hands of Mātangi. Goes low to the ground, Mātangi, but he's picked off. The number 8, Isaiah Edwards again in the frame. Dion Fafita is in there supporting. Right in front of the posts. Keeping their heads, maintaining momentum, trying to get multiple phases at the moment. Hamilton, short side play, Botherway. Stepping in is Puamo once again, always a bit of a challenge to put away Puamo. This time Kent Mills. It's going to be important too, the usage of the interchange bench. Botherway with Fafita. Fafita flips another pass into the fullback's house. Ben Ward has it. He's under pressure as that Marshall Moore it may well be. Still in possession, Hammond this time. Down the left edge, this is Hulla. Been so impressive, Malachi. What a player he's turning out to be. And this sustained possession is proving problematic here for Ahuriri. They haven't had the ball for a while. This time it's Hulla again. He inches his way forward, setting the stage nicely. Fafita is there, a little dummy, and to the line. This is a wonderful carry. Oh, I thought it was going to go all the way. Here's Botherway. He's got the football this time, and Botherway's in to score. Wonderful effort from Hamilton. The build-up was very much a credit to all of the players in the squad, but ultimately is Jackson Botherway is a class act. Is in to score about 10 to the right-hand side of the post. Great lead-up work here for the boys from Kirikiriroa.
Ki tēnei tātou, i te puaretanga o te rārangi, ka mutu, ko te whaiwhai haere a te hawhepeke, te kairau a Carlos Nordstrom. Ko ia ko te hua o te papuri i te paoro me ngā ringa e rua he pōhehe no te rārangi wa wao. Ka hatia, ka pāhi, ka whana, ka harane. Hamilton back in the grips of this final here. Kick to come. 2 points of difference.
Your Botherway scored all the points so far with a nice try down the other end of the field. This one looks well within his kicking range. Strikes it, but it slides off to the left-hand side. So it's a 12-10 scoreline. Really expected Botherway to pick that one off. Let's have another look at the try. It was beautiful lead-up work here too from Nordstrom. Got themselves into good position here and everyone wanted to go. But ultimately Botherway sensed that there was a chance there for him. To support was Marshall Moore and Palau not needed this time. Botherway in to score. And it's 12-10 here in the final this afternoon. Well, wonderful to share some time with you here, and again our connections at Whakata Māori for their willingness to show not just this competition but the CNI as well. Here's the restarters, love it. Gets us underway, 2-point ball game in the big final for 2026. Taken in at the back. Hamilton. They've been liking the work of their big men. Puamo, Hulla, Foot, Mills, they've been all contributing, but they're standouts, aren't they? And Malachi with the white headgear as well. It's easy to pick this one downfield. Botherway gets hold of it. And then onto Willie Lovett. With the kick from Lovett. Bit of an up and under, really. Napier wants some possession. But at the moment, Hamilton Boys High School have had the bulk of the possession, I'd say, in the second half.
Hamilton with over 60% of the possession. As we see Napier challenging that statistic. Short side stack is on here for the boys in blue. Ahuriri. E wero hi ana te rārangi ko Sakaraya Pauri tērā. Napier looking to respond. There's some olive finds an indiscretion.
Let's another look at this little piece of action. As Ahuriri issues some challenges. So Ahuriri retrieve at the back and kick to our broadcast touch here for the line out. Well, just analysing where we've been at to Hamilton Boys High School. We've started the second half very positively. Again, hugely impressed by the work that the number 10 Botherway has been putting together. But Carlos Nordstrom also providing some good support for him. And the forwards continuing to shine. Once again, that's Hala on the climb. And Malakai has been wonderful here in the final. As we look midfield, big number 5 delivering up constantly. Good defence this time from Molly McLaughlin. Little show and go. Popping the pass up for Dion Fafita once again. Puts the big fend on Fafita. Looking for a way through on the far side of the field. Still in Kitty Doors possession though. Edwards back to Fafita. Very prominent, these two.
Last time these two teams met there was on the 27th of June.
Hunter with the football. Hunter on the angle. Sorry to interrupt there, but Hunter's taken us to the line. And the knock on into the hands of Ahuriri. With left footer downtown. The chase is important. Now the kick through. The bounce. Ultimately favouring Hamilton Boys as Palai gets the football and takes it across field, finds Botherway here, but he's under a stack of pressure as Davis Hansen gets into the mix. And as you can see, they survived the raid here from Napier Boys.
Well, it's all on here. E hoa mā here on Whakata Māori. Piki mihi kia koutou e hono mai nei ki tēnei whakapāhotanga e hoa mā to those that have joined in on our YouTube platforms and also linear as we showcase rangatahi sport at its finest e te iwi. We have the Central North Island competition and the Super 8 competition here at its best.
Well, that was a bit of a scramble, wasn't it? Sort of bounced unusually into the hands of the big lock, who then decided, well, I'll left foot it downtown. And here we are with the throw in again. So the line out work. None of the stats available to us, but it's been such an important aspect of the game and in the final. 12-10, tight. It's a good take. With it, fed on by Edwards. Now let's see what Hamilton Boys have as Marshall Moore takes the football in, almost stealing away a few extra metres here to the 22. Danger times here for Ahuriri. They've just conceded a try to Botherway. Let's see what happens as Hunter Hammond gets hold of the football. They're on notice at the moment, the defence here. It's Puamo. Once again, he's been so problematic. Puamo pushing away defenders. Left, right and centre. Still on his feet this time. Delivers up. Nordstrom, cut out ball, Ward. This is promising here for Israel Moore. He's to ground 10 metres out from the try line. Look out for Botherway. He's been a real bother, I can tell you, for Ahuriri. And emotions running high here at the moment. But Ahuriri survive. And it's in the hands now of Will Lovett. He'll kick for touch. And a credit to the Sky Blues as well. They were really under the pump. Not just then, but over the last 5 or 7 minutes, they've been able to collect themselves. Yes, they did concede a try to Botherway, but look, the way that this Hamilton Boys team's been attacking them raid after raid. It's been pretty impressive defensive effort from the Napier Boys High School squad. And just a little breather for them and for us and for you at home.
Ana kua mana wa titi, kua mana wa roa, kua mana wa kuaka. A Ahuriri, mo te rewanga ake, o tēnei whiringa toa whakamutunga. Engari e hoa mā, e rua noiho, ngā rere ketanga, Kamutu ko ngā kaute I Wanganui I nei kapa e rua. They can't get too comfortable. The boys in blue, only 2 points of difference.
Legion Broomhall on jersey number 18, as mentioned many times through the season. The use and strategy of the bench will be an important feature. Once touched the hand of Ahuriri, and offside anyway, and so Hamilton still have another opportunity.
Will Coach Cam Morby decide to go for the 3 here, Dale?
Well, that looks to be what is occurring here. Certainly kickable here for Jackson Botherway. He scored all the points so far for Hamilton boys. And offside, referee was quick to make the call here. Botherway, right in front of the sticks. I don't think he'll have any problem with distance. This is his bread and butter, Jackson. His last kick surprised by sliding to the left. Looking to take the lead. Hits it nicely. And the flags are up. 13 points to 10. And for the first time here, the lead. 13-12, excuse me, of course. And for the first time, the lead for the hosts here in the final. Let's have another look at Botherway off the tee.
Yeah, pretty impressive kick. Dale, 40 metres out, right in front of the Pokoda. Ka tahi rā ko te whiringa toa whakamutunga ko tēnei e hoa mā koutou e mātaki-taki mai nā.
You get the feeling it's going to go down to the wire here in this final anyway. It's certainly one side hasn't been dominant. Everyone's been scrambling, fighting for every inch. And that's what you hope for in a final. 13-12. So here's Napier Boys. What have they got to show for themselves through the middle this time? They haven't had a lot of football in the second half. Flicked up here by Bain. Bain needs some good support. 16 on is Akita. Into the hands, inside ball, lovely. And that's on to Lovett. Lovett with a kick to the far side of the field, hoping for the bounce to be able to pick up by his outside man in the end. Not so. Throw in for Hamilton, 10 metres out from their own line.
Yeah, I think he would have wished he could run that back. Mr. Lovett finding space. The decision to put it on the toe. Kārepe I Tutuki.
35-minute halves, as you'll be aware. It is a final, though. Intense. Just waiting. Now ready for action. Back to his Karapiti. Hamilton come down with the ball from the line out. Down to the Mora. With the mahi o Tamato. Ngakura. Back it comes, safety first. Kicking to touch on the far side of the field, and a good touch finder as well. Oh, he's going to break the shackles and really provide the sting here that's needed. That's Ollie Mackey, who's just come onto the field with his back to us in jersey 19. Ringing in the changes at the moment is Willie Tran. Throwing for Napier. Gee, it'd be a feather in their cap if they're able to come away with the win. Hamilton have really led the table throughout the year.
Yeah, we've seen I roto I ngā wiki, Dale, te mana, te mauri o ngā kairiwhi o te pai hihiri e eke ana I te whira I te wahanga mutunga me ki o te kemu.
Kere kick downfield, splitting them, and then recovering back there is Will Lovett into the hands of Davis Hansey. Comes back to his first 5. Kick to touch on the far side of the field, and just calm things down a little. 1 point in it, 13-12, tight and tough, just as you'd expect in a grand final. The crowd on the sideline really enjoying the action here. And of course, it's anyone's game at this stage. He's got 13 to play. Mums, cousins, girlfriends, all watching on intently. As the throw-in from the far side. takes even more importance, the accuracy of. Wow, that was tough too. There'll be some sore bodies after the final, no doubt, tomorrow afternoon, as we see here this Saturday afternoon, it unfolding in the most beautiful way, this final. As the ball comes out and the big men come hammering through. Dummy on the far side of the field. It's Hamilton boys holding it up nicely. Nordstrom, he's been impressive here today, once again relying on his bigger men to take the ball forward and just create the opportunities. Out it comes on to Puamo once again, taking in the tackle of Worsnip. Short side play, cut out ball, nicely chiming in. This is Carson Hunter, he gets the kick away. Hunter chases on, beautifully taken as well, climbing magnificently. There's Riley. Then they go downtown again. Plenty of kicking involved here this afternoon. Here's Botherway again. He'll look to the touch on the far side of the field. And again, the line out this time. 5 metres on the Hamilton boys' side of halfway.
Ana he mahi mahunga a te haere ake nei Dale. Ka kitea kei te pēhea a te mātauranga a ngā kapa e rua ka amutu ko ngā kaioko, a Cam Morby, a Waihoki, ko Willie Tran. Game management is what it comes down to in the last 10 or so minutes.
Your Hamilton are looking good here with the roll on. Here's the chip over the top. Is that Botherway once again? Taken brilliantly at the back. And then looking for an opportunity there for Davis Hansey. The 15, Waianga, he continues to impress at the back. He's had a ton of work to do. Napier in possession as well. So it's back into the hands of the forwards as they get to work with football. Pass, awkward, but the half volley pick up, impressive. The referee called them back here. Gee.
Coming home with a wet sail, boys from Hamilton. Napier, the dominant outfit o te roanga ake o te wahanga tuatahi.
That half volley pick up by Paudi was pretty impressive. Even so, yeah, you do feel that the momentum at the moment is with the hosts at 13-12. With that penalty, such an important penalty.
Ethan Hyatt coming on the field for Caleb Puamo. I've been very impressed with his stanza.
Masani Kawai, that's him as well for Hamilton. So Coach Cam Morby is prepared to get those guys off the bench with fresh legs. An opportunity here to run it home. Just 11 minutes left to play. It's tight as finals should be. Here's Botherway once again, almost an intercept. In fact, it is an intercept, but a swirling wall of defenders wrapping up as Kalampala finds himself in difficulty on the far side, but will be called back here. And it's going to be a scrum feed here. And it will be Napier Boys with it.
Bit of a double pump there into the opposition's midst. Te kauminiti e tārewa tonu ana ki tēnei whiringa toa whakamutunga e hoa mā.
Thanks again to Caltex and all of our sponsors who've been bringing the action in 2026. Apollo Projects, good on you guys. Anchor, Nativa and Bailey's, and of course Whakata Māori. It's been a real celebration, but it just would not have been possible without the support of our sponsors throughout the year. So it's Bain with the kick. He takes it from the scrum base and then gets it into touch on the far side of the field. We'll have another line out here. These last few lineouts in the match are going to be absolutely critical to the outcome. Hats off again to the efforts from players who've been replaced and using the bench. Of course, we know that it's not just the 15 starters, far from. They might eat the game underway, but often it's finished off with the mana and integrity of those who come off the bench and their enthusiasm and freshness. As we can see, I think it's Ben Ward taken from the field on the far side. 16 is in the mix. That's Vili Vaka with facing us in the line-out. Hamilton boys with possession, and the midfielders are moving up very, very quickly on Israel Marshall Moore. He goes to ground with the football. Number 20 is working his magic. That's Mateo Coles at the base of the rucks and mauls and scrummaging at the moment. Here's the kick downtown again. Downfield, pressure on. The chase from Carson Hunter does put that pressure on. We've seen a lot of kicking today, but that's okay. This is a final. This kick important too. And in the end, looks to be an absolute beauty. Look at that for a touch finder. Look at the pressure it puts on to the opponents.
Me te aha teo, he rima te kaurua te kau mārua mita. Hauke mai anō te pauro kia kiri roa. As we have another look at the clearance.
Yeah, but look at this kick. It was absolute pinpoint perfect. And that's exactly the way you need to do it. Hug the line. And now, here come Hamilton, but the throw in.
Kāri tō tika teo.
Yeah.
Hanga tītaha na te whiu. Ko ora noa a ahuriri.
Well, ahuriri will be gutted if the game finishes on this scoreline. They've come so close, but you know, you've got to take your hat off here as well to Jackson, jersey number 10. He's had a terrific game. It is the way he reads the game. That's him at the back there as well. His kicking game's been immense for the Hamilton Boys High School squad. That's the number 10. He's not being replaced, and you can understand why. He's been a solid contributor. But standouts for me as well, including Dion Fafita and Puamo and Hala. They've been really good here today. We've got Vili Vaka in the mix as well. There's back twist there. That's Ethan Hyatt. They know the importance of this line out and the next 3 or 5 minutes of action here in the final. Broomhall at the back. It's come down Napier's side. And is that deemed a knock on? No, it's not. Out it comes to Paudi. Lovely little ball from Paudi. Left footing it infield is Riley Winchester. And at the back it's the Hart. Elliott is under some pressure. There's the ball. Is that a try? Spinning around to put the ball down. Referee is now saying Carl.
Koira te take a harataua I te referee teo. That's why we are not referees. He aha tāna. Hei ko tāna e hoa mā, kua mau kea pea te kai tākaro.
Well, we can have another look at it here. It's the pick and roll across to score that try right at the very end. But this is beautiful lead-up work here from Napier. And look at the way that these players inject themselves. I thought maybe that was a knock-on, but not so. Out it comes to Sakaraya. He gets the ball out here and the kick on the infield from Riley Winchester. And this is Paudi once again. He comes across. And he thought he'd scored it. That's not so. The call from the Kaiwawau. Into the last 5 minutes of action here. In this pulsating and testy game. Both teams deserve credit for the way they've handled themselves. The manner with which they have taken into the game and the efforts they've put together as Hannah Hammond delivers in. Hosts with the football. A rolling ball with some energy and class and commitment. Forcing the tackle here from Harry Jones. Desperately in need of the ball though. Napier can't do it. What a final it has been. They've both thrown everything at the chance to win. Sliding through his patience to Apollo. And jersey 21, he's about 5 shy of the halfway line. And Napier will get hold of the football with 3 minutes to play.
Ka ahatia a Willie Tran. Hei ko tāna pēr he kiki a te pōro ki ngā kokona. He uaua te kiki hāmene nei. Opportunities. First of the second half, to be honest, from Napier Ahuriri.
Nice little run this time around from Patience to Apollo. Referee having a good look, didn't let the ball go. So now the subsequent line out On the far side of the field as the clock counts down, we're into the last 3.5 minutes. Important to get the football, but it's the home team who come away with it. Such an important line out. Perhaps line out of the match, really. Back it comes to Jackson. He says, no, boys, we're not playing down this end. Let's get it down the other end of the field. Napier have the ball, the midfield this time. Showing, almost courting the defensive line to come and have a go. Rolled end over an end. And still with Ahuriri. Possession so vital here in these last closing moments of the game. Little run, cut out ball over the top. Nicely taken here. Down the left edge goes Riley Winchester. Tries to send it on the inside. Still alive. Play on, says the referee. That pick up off the kick was dynamic. Right on the money. So it's Bain. Napier. The clock ticking. 1 point in it. This is the final for 26 of Super 8. And Ahuriri have the football. Mackie with it now. Need control, need a presence. Monty Wahape puts them in good field position. A drop goal, potentially, or just working away for the try. Oliver McLaughlin, he does well. Gets it, picks it, goes again. McLaughlin 12 out from the line now. This is the best opportunity. And it's all on the line here for Ahuriri, Napier Boys High School, into the last 2 minutes of play. One mistake could be their undoing. At the moment, maintaining possession, and that mistake is forthcoming. And as you can see by the high-fiving that's going on with the home team, that decision could, in fact, take the big trophy to the hosts.
Aka tirohia anō tātou. Aki te hāmene I ahu mai I hea. Ia tā te kaua wao.
Well, they'll run it down now. There's the tap. The big boys will come into play. They'll grind their way forward. They've been terrific through the course of the occasion. Hamilton Boys High School, particularly their engine room. And we've already mentioned the likes of Hullo and Edwards, Puamo.
Oh, they're just going to look at keeping it tight here, Dale.
They'll run it through to full time. There's the kick into touch, and that is it. That's the final, and that is the final result here. Ladies and gentlemen, you've watched the action right here on Whakaata Māori. Full time, and the 2026 Super 8 winners, Hamilton Boys High School, win it against Napier at home, 13-12.
Akati me mihi ki ngā kapa e rua Dale. Utira ngā kapa e waru. Ko whai wāhi mai nei ki tēnei whiringa whakataitai a mo te roanga ake o tēnei tau. He whainara ātāhua rire tēnei. Ka aroha hoki ki te kapa o Ahuriri. Tai ātinana mai ki tēnei whiringa toa whakamutunga. It was going to go either way, Dale.
Well, the pictures tell it all, don't they? The dejection and disappointment on the one hand, the elation on the other hand. But this is finals footy, and congratulations to the home team. They fought really hard and were made to fight hard as well by a plucky attitude here from Ahuriri. And let's face it, they weren't far away, just a penalty deciding it in the end. And Jackson, by the way, are picking up all the points here for the home team. But I take my hat off to the efforts here from the lads from Ahuriri. This is Hansi scoring his try. In the end, not quite enough. And while I think Pauli thought that he had got that try in the last moments, referee thought otherwise, and in the end, able to count down the clock and come away with the victory. As we see once again, this is Botherway with that first effort as well. But some of the big guys have been absolutely spot on today. This man, Dion Fafita, can take, well, have his banana cake cooked by his mum. I tell you, he played super. Malachi Huller as well, this time around, the powerful run, thinking that it was going to be the try. It wasn't to be. And then some beautiful lead-up work here from Carlos Nordstrom. Was able to get that ball away in the end to create the opportunity once again for Botherway. And then the penalty from Jackson about 40 metres out. But obviously, it's not just sport that's on the line. It's about whanaungatanga, it's about whānau, and the mana of the players, the efforts that the teaching staff have put in. Let's have a look at some of the stats and possession for Hamilton Boys, far eclipsing that of the visitors. Territorially equal, and line breaks not much in it. 10-6 penalties. I guess Napier Boys will look back and think that they perhaps could have had a little more discipline, and the turnovers there 7-3 favouring the Hamilton Boys High School team. So wonderful images here from Kirikiriroa, and mutual respect from both teams. I think Napier Boys High School will be disappointed, but can still hold their heads high with the efforts that they put in throughout the 70 minutes.
Ana ko whai wāhi atu tātou ki te kōrero, ki te hi o ngā kai kāpene ka tahuria ki tātou inaine, ki ngā kai kāpene o ngā kapa erua. Let's have a kōrero with our captains.
Congratulations, that was an awesome final, a very close game. Obviously, Ahuriri had it up on you guys early on, but you're able to come away with the win. How does it feel?
Yeah, man, they bring it to us from the start. And they found something for the boys at half time in that chat. They really kicked in the gear and managed to stay in the half and keep them out of our own half putting the score. So, man, massive effort from the boys, and man, I'm lost for words, to be honest.
And obviously at home, to be able to do that at home, special group of supporters that you've got behind you.
Yeah, I mean, all of these people here have been supporting us all season, and through the ups and downs. I mean, last year we fell short, and they were here through thick and thin. So, man, massive raps to all our supporters that come out every week. Yeah.
Hey, congratulations again, and obviously your season's not over. You've got the Chiefs playoff games to go, so all the best of luck for the rest of your season.
Yeah, cheers, thank you.
Hey, kia ora. So look, Ahuriri, you guys played well, you guys were up early, and you should be proud of the boys' efforts.
Yeah, 100% bro, 100% proud of the boys' efforts. We came out here, knew Hamilton was going to be a tough game, but yeah, boys stuck to it, stayed together, that's the main thing I reckon, and yeah, really good fight out there. Yeah.
You've done your supporters and your whānau proud. I know your season's not over, you've got the Hurricanes playoff games to go, so all the best for the rest of your season.
Yeah, cheers bro, I appreciate it. We're going to take this loss, take these emotions into our quarterfinal against Gisborne, and hopefully come out with a good win, and hopefully see these boys in top four for another rematch.
Hey, best of luck, well done.
Ana koira katoa ngā kōrero o ngā kai kāpene mo ngā kapa erua e hoa ma 1 point differential, Dale, in this grand final. Both teams fully deserving of making their way this far in the competition.
Yeah, very much so, and I guess that scoreline just reflects how close it was, and there were some opportunities that surfaced that weren't capitalised on. In the end, you've got to put it down to the hard grafting work, and the possession stats were also indicative of the dominance at times that the hosts had. But that's rugby. In order to play the game, you've got to accept losses as well. It's part of it. But there'll be some tremendous disappointment, no doubt, from these young guys who travelled across from Napier to play in the final today. Once again, a reminder of just how much of a contributor that Hamilton Boys High School has been over the years. Now, kick-off here at 2 o'clock today on Delaney Park in Taupo, live on Whakata MāORI and MāORI Plus. Of course, St Paul's Collegiate, who've had a wonderful season up against St Peter's Cambridge. That'll be a heck of a game as well. We've called some action from the CNI. But again, having these competitions running concurrently really gives us a snapshot of the quality of players that are coming through this part of our country. And while we know that some prefer not to have their games televised, the geographical challenges for those supporters of the schools involved in the CNI and also in Super 8, I mean, that they just can't get there to all of the games. Thanks so much for our commitment to the Māori commentary as well across the competition. 2 million unique viewers annually on MāORI Plus, YouTube and Whakata MāORI, and 150 kura across the country have been supporting this kaupapa, as you have So thanks so much for acknowledging all the best aspects of our rangatei and how important it is that we tautoko them in their sporting endeavours as part of their school and community lives.
Akati ake e hoa ma hākina kina, more than just a game, e mihi ana mo te kauaka, e whakatairanga ana I te whanaungatanga, I te aroha, I te mana, I te kotahitanga, I ngā āhuatanga ki ngā whānau. We're going to have a look at some of the highlights as we back ourselves out of another 2026 Super 8 competition. Full credit to Ahuriri, the boys in blue. Came out with a pretty dominant effort. Dale, it's been a pleasure to bring you coverage once again of secondary schools first 15 rugby.
Aida, ngā mihi. It has been a pleasure. Thanks so much for joining us here in Whakaata Māori, celebrating Super 8 Rugby. Hamilton Boys champions for 2026. From me, Dale, and Moiho, and all the team who have brought you the action throughout 2026 from Hamilton Boys High School. We bid you farewell. Moriori kia tātou and hei konei rā.
Kata, we're home.
Here we are. Together again. What enough? Morning.
And you're all living here now? How's that one going?
You and Auntie need to stop fighting.
What's going on?
It was bad. He doesn't know how bad.
It's cost us everything. Brand new. This is home. Aku ake nei ki Māori Plus me Whakaata Māori.
Did you know you can advertise on Whakaata Māori? Where stories have roots and culture has a voice. More than just an audience, we're a community. Whether you're a Pakihi Nui or Pakihi Iti, we have the environment for your brand to thrive. So get on board our waka and let's grow together.
There's no other way but keeping it native.
Scan the QR code or email adsales@whakaatamaori.co.nz. Connect our whānau to your brand with Whakaata Māori.
Akati e hoa mā kei te whakarite-rite tātou I a tātou anō mo te wāhanga ki te tuku taonga. Ko kirikiri roa anō tēnei ko puta ā ihu mo tēnei o ngā whiringa toa whakamutunga. Ko ahuriri tērā I taitua rua mai I te whakataitai nei. Commiserations to the boys from Napier. And full credit to Hamilton once again displaying as to why they are world champions. Still to come, there's plenty action of the CNI competition finals in Owen Delaney Park, Taupo Nui Atia. This is Whakaata Māori bringing you coverage of secondary school rugby at its best. Celebrating our Super 8 competition here. Formed in 1997, 8 schools. I roto I ngā tau e hoa mā. I mua rā ko te whutuporo me te krikisi a ngā hākina ki ngā matua. Nā wai ka eke, ka tipu, ka whanake. I te whakataitai nei 10 sports competitions and also cultural exchanges as well. Big mihi to all the schools that have participated once again for the 2026 component. Array of sports. We have first 15 rugby, badminton, basketball, clay, target, shooting, Dale, cricket, cross country, golf, even hockey, football, sevens, tennis, and poirewa volleyball. Ako kirikiri roa tēnei te hara mai nei. Big mihi once again to all our sponsors, Nativa, Anchor, Caltex, Kāmutu, ko whakaata Māori, whānui, as we have another nohi and our crew who are behind the scenes te hāpai o. Ana. Kirikiri roa e hoa ma. 2026 champions of the Super 8 competition live on Whakaata Māori. It's been a privilege bringing you coverage. Napier coming a close second as the trophy and the taonga is raised, acknowledging an outstanding effort from the boys from Taupiri Maunga. That's what we call the money shot. Nei rā te mihi kia koutou e mātaki mai nā. Big ups to all the kura that have participated once again in the Super 8 competition. To those schools that are in the finals of the Super 8 competition, we wish you well on behalf of myself and Dale Husband and Whakaata Māori. It's been a pleasure bringing you coverage once again of Super 8 Rugby Kura Tuarua at its finest as the boys sing us out here on Whakaata Māori. Tēnei te mihi atu kia koutou katoa e mātaki mai nā. Ko ngā manaakitanga o te wāhi ngaro ki rungi a koutou, ki ringoa i a tātou katoa. Rire, hau, pai marire.
Sakila